Coco and Bassie are some of the most popular tunes in Dandy's world, first appearing in the Easter event, of course. And yeah, these two are the most popular of the Easter tunes, mainly since, well, they do have the most appealing designs out of the other ones, and they are also the most rare and expensive. But most importantly for today, they have probably one of the deepest lore in the game, of course, and yeah, these two are very popular for the lore, of course, because in case you didn't know, but a bunch of people do know this, is that basically the lore of Bassie is she is one of the main characters of Dandy's world, one of the main tunes, but one of the founders, Delilah, I think, basically thinks that Bassie isn't fit to be a main character because she's a very shy and awkward tune who doesn't interact with the kids much. So she doesn't think that Bassie should be a main character and wants to replace her with Coco, who is more outgoing and more approachable to kids and all. And well, obviously knowing that she is going to be replaced or maybe replaced, Bassie isn't exactly in the best mental state and such. And, has a rivalry with Coco and basically kind of thinks that she is her rival and is very jealous and envious of her because like she's better than she's better than her apparently because that is what Delilah thinks, like, yeah, just replacing Bassie because she's not as social, which is honestly messed up. And well, Coco is possibly oblivious to this. I mean, in their interactions, Bassie appears to be a little bit like, distant, like she doesn't want to really talk to Coco that much. Well, I don't know how to explain, but yeah, she doesn't want to tell Coco about why she feels the way she does because she's jealous and all that. And Coco is oblivious, of course. Coco just wants to have a helping hand for those in need. That's basically what Kogo's character is. And yeah, I think the twisteds of the mains basically is what happens when they get to a breaking point or something. So yeah, fucking Twisted Bassie is kind of an example of that, I guess. You can really see with Bassie that she doesn't look right. She doesn't look right and all. But to be fair, neither do the other Twisted mains and such. They're not supposed to look healthy and all that. And well, you remember all those times I said that Bassie is simply just envious of Coco? Well, yeah, that's kind of important because a lot of the fandom mischaracterizes Bassie into being just a jerk to Coco. Like, she's just unnecessarily rude to her for no reason. They think Bassie wants to kill Coco, doesn't want her to be around, even though they're kind of missing the whole point of her character because, no, she doesn't hate Coco. She's just envious of Coco. Hate and envy are two different things. And also, like, come on, she's literally on the verge of breaking out because she's getting replaced. And, that makes her anxious and all that. Like, wouldn't you feel the same if you were getting replaced by someone? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, yeah, the fandom can't be like that. Can't be like Bassie is just being a jerk to Coco because, no, she's having a lot of pressure and doesn't really want to see Coco because Coco reminds her of what's to come and all that. At the end of the day, though, Bassie still likes Coco. Bassie is still friends with Coco. Still likes to be with her. She's just not feeling at the moment. She has to adjust and all that. That's what Bassie's all about. She's not makes you think she is.